Hi everyone, it's Nat here. I'm on for Thrifty Thursday. I hope you're all doing well. So Thrifty Thursday is hosted by the lovely Sheree at Turquoise Dreaming. So head on over and check out her channel. And if you want to join in, just put up your thrifty finds for crafting or whatever in a video and add the hashtag Thrifty Thursday to join in. Now there's a lot of people that put up videos for this, so if you like looking at secondhand hauls or just the cheap stuff that people find around the place, go over to Sheree's channel because she does link everyone that's involved under her Thrifty Thursday videos. So the first thing I've got to show is this. Now I had to go and pick up something off of Marketplace. So I went for a drive in the country and there was an op shop nearby, so I went to that. And then when I got back to my hometown, I visited another 4 that were, in the area. So made the most of it. There wasn't anything absolutely wonderful, but of course I did get a pile of stuff to show. So although this is pretty wonderful. Now this is a wood paper holder, I suppose you'd say, or sorter. I did find one of these last year, I think it was, at an antique store. Now the one I found I'm sure wasn't an antique, but you know what the antique stores are like. They have anything in there, they just like up price so much because it's called an antique store. They think that gives them the right to charge stupid amounts. But that actual antique store was having closing down sales, so I was able to get it a lot cheaper. And I have just found it the most wonderful thing because I put my tea-dyed papers and the different coloured papers in it. But you could also store your pads of papers and that sort of stuff. And you know what it's like when you're a junk journaler. You have that much paper hanging around. So anything that helps organise it is good. So as I said, I've already got one of these, but I thought, why not grab this one? And I can probably put it on top of the other one, and I've got extra paper storage. And then I do have some paper in there. I thought I'll show that first because it's quite heavy and big, and then I can get it out of the way. And then I got this pad of paper. They must think I'm hilarious because there were all these pads of paper and there are a few really nice white clean ones, but no, I go for the, you know, off-coloured scribbled on mangy one, but I love it. It's full scap size, so I love using these because they're already discoloured to back my tags and pianola paper pockets, that sort of thing. Great for backing things, so grab that. Now I've got a bag full of stuff, a couple of bags full of stuff, but so I've gone through all the stuff and put it all together. So as I said, I did visit in total 5 different shops, and around the place there were a whole lot of sewing patterns at really good prices, which I was so happy about. Bit more picky with these now in the fact that I just go for the ones, like in the past I'd just grab any of the vintage ones because it wasn't often I found them at a decent price, so I'd just grab whatever. But I do have a tub or so full of them now. So I try to go for the ones where I really love the pictures on the front, and of course I could not get this one. So for a circus themed journal, I just love the pictures on the front of that. Gorgeous. And then this one had a whole heap of pictures, and it's not often that I find them where the cover's not ripped and wrinkled and all that, so I grabbed that. Nice and retro colours on those ones. Always drawn to the kid ones. And I love these ones. They must be German by the sound of the name, but being the more sort of sepia tones or black and white or whatever, thought they were really nice to grab. There were some, like fat quarters, because I went to the Revamp Centre, which is quite close to where I live, and they've started getting rid of offcuts of the fabric. They sit around in there, I think, doing crafts and then selling the crafts in the Revamp place, but they've decided to sell some of their scrap bits in that as well, which is great. And I really like the colours on these, so I grabbed those too. Okay, what next? Wallpaper, because I have no self-control when it comes to stuff. It's not the nicest, but I'm pretty sure it's Iris. So I did grab that. Oh, a couple more patterns. Love the colours in that one again. There was this Enchanted Fairies Invitation Pad. I just love the pictures on that. So sometimes I just leave the invitation bit there. I mean, who cares? You just turn it over and write on the other side anyway. Or you could stick something on there to cover it over. Or even just rip out the picture bits and stick them on a collaged piece. I do really like those. There was this writing set, or part of, and it has fruit. I liked the fact that it had fruit. There's not a lot of it left. Are they different? No, they're all the same. Yeah, they're all the same. With the plum, I think it is. There was a guest book. I'm always grabbing these. I love this one though, because you can fold it in half that way and make quite a nice page. So lots of pages in there too. Another writing set. I think they're cherry blossoms. And nice cream pages. And then we've got envelopes, which I think are plain. Yep. Still quite nice. More patterns. Kids one. Again, I like the colours on that one. This, it's an album. I think they're meant to be used as photo albums. I'm not sure, but it's got your craft paper in it. It's quite thick, almost like cardstock. So I have seen people use this sort of thing as glue books for your more vintage style collages. So I thought, well, I might as well grab it. It was quite cheap, $1 or whatever. So yeah, so I'll use that for. I've got a couple of glue books now ready to go, but they're all sort of going to be for different sizes and styles of glue booking. So another pad. I just thought this was quite funny. It's just got hang in there baby with the cat. It's weird colours, but yeah. So I grabbed that. I thought it might give people a bit of a laugh anyway when they pull out that from one of their journal pockets. A letter pack again. So it's got your sheet paper and your envelopes. I'm not sure if they have a pattern on or not. And I'm inquisitive, so I'm going to have a quick look. Don't mind me. But before I put them away, I'd rather have a quick look so I can remember if I want to use them and stuff. So yeah, plain purple envelopes. And it looks like plain writing paper as well. I will do something with that, whether I make a journaling card or something, because it's very nice. Another invitation. No, it's a thank you note. This one is gorgeous. Country Life. Love the cover. Look at the border on that. Isn't that sweet? So you can easily cover over the thank you, or just cut it off and use the lower half of the paper. Beautiful border. I bought this, which I suppose is curtain ribbon stuff. I think this will be great for a, what do you call them? Them things, roll, snippet roll. So, because it's like lace looking and that, nice lacy snippet roll, I think would be beautiful on that. Could even make belly bands or something out of it, or ruffles, but I think snippet roll with that one. Some more wallpaper. It's just a cream, I don't know if you call it Florentine or whatever, 9 meters it says. Looks quite old, like the look of that. So give you a bit of a better look, why not? It's quite nice actually. I just find it's such good quality for, it's so sturdy for pockets and to cut. It makes it quite easy as well. Envelopes, it makes beautiful ephemera. Okay, so I'll just grab the next bag. I did go to a local cheap shop as well because I was looking for some folders to store my glue booking pages in. Usually I grab them all from the op shops, but I didn't find any in the op shops that I went to that day. So I thought I'd grab a pack from the cheap store, and I found these containers there. So, and what I wanted them for is to put my, you would have seen in my, if you watched my Thrifty Thursday yesterday, I did get some scrapbooking storage that you could store your long strips of paper in, and I've sorted all my scrapbooking paper and cardstock strips into that. But I really wanted something that I could put when you cut the edges of long pages off and you want to keep the paper to do ruffles and stamping and that on. I usually just put them into plastic slips and they get ruined and bent and everything, so I really wanted something to put the long strips of paper and that in, so I grabbed 2 of these for that. And they stack, which is nice. Whoops, clang bang. Grabbed these pillowcases, and I grabbed them because they're all your, do we call it on-glaze material? Your eyelet material. How do I open it? And I thought for the price they were well worth grabbing for all of that material. So I might tea dye these. Okay, so I've got your plain material on one side, which is lovely. That'd be nice to use too, but I know I feel bad using pretty stuff like this to put my head on and stuff. I'd rather cut it up and use it for craft. Go figure. So I might give these a nice wash. Yeah, they have been used because there's a bit of pilling in that, but they'll be great for covers and embellishments. And so you've got all this edging that you can take off and use, and then you've got all this material. So there's quite a bit between the 2 pillowcases. Now from the cheap shop I got, they had a sale on their paints, so I grabbed some paints. Thought I'd go for colours that I don't think I have, and ones that I really love. So I grabbed some glitter paints, thinking mainly of my gel printing. And that's not glitter, that one is. And then I thought, because this has sort of got bluish tinge, that it might go quite nicely with that blue. And then I grabbed that because I thought it was quite an odd colour. And then some grey. So I put them with the rest of my paints. And where did it go? There it went. Also from the cheap shop I grabbed some air dry modelling clay. I did have a whole heap of polymer clay and that here, and possibly some of this that my daughter left here when she moved out. Well, once she got her place, I passed it back to her because it gave me more storage room in here. So I thought I'd grab some of this because I don't think I can be bothered with polymer clay having to set it in the oven and all that. So I thought I'd give this air dry stuff a go, and there's a few projects that I'd like to try with that in the future for my journals. So okay, what else did I get? I found one of these. Now I have a set of these and it come in 3, and you could remove the handle, and I have 3 different sized acrylic plates, and they're for stamping. And this one has an actual acrylic stamp stuck to it. So bonus. It says Merry Christmas. But I got this, I actually got this for my mum. If you're watching, Mum, I'll bring it around to you soon. Mum just recently come up and borrowed some of my stamps and dies. I told her she might as well, like, just, I've got so many, you're better off using mine than spending your money on them. But she didn't have any big blocks and that, so I loaned her a lot of my different size blocks. So when I saw this, I thought I'd grab it for her, and then she has one that she can keep as well. So that's just a pattern piece that fell out of one of my patterns. This is an envelope set. It is gorgeous too. Just going to open it and have a check. I don't think it's got anything inside, but I love the... Oh, that one's plain. Don't tell me they're all plain. No. I think someone's put some plain ones in there as well. But that's all right, because I'll tea dye them or something. But it has these cream coloured ones with some flowers. I think they're beautiful. Oh, they're cards. Okay, so they're paper cards, and that'd be the envelopes for the paper cards. So that's all right. That's nice, actually, because they'll fit quite nicely into a tuck spot in a journal, and then you can open them up. Beautiful. What else is in this bag of goodies? A little storage container. I like the size of that for my altered cards, that sort of thing, postcards. Just good storage. A bit of ribbon, which I'm trying to avoid, but I love the colour on this. It's, I don't know if you'd call it, it's sort of gold, but it's not too goldy. So I thought that was nice. Oh, we'll leave that till after because I want to have a look at that. And the same with them. These, I love these. I just saw that it said wavy king something clips, king size clips, wavy king size clips. And I saw that it looked like they might be a bit different than the norm. So I grabbed them, and they are huge and they are wavy, and I think they're really cool and different. So I'll be able to alter some of those, or just dangle things from them, I think. But yeah, they'll be cool to use. They'll make the page wavy, but oh well. I did get a couple of doilies. Got this one, which is beautiful. It's big, so it's hard to know what, because usually you'd put it on a cover or something, wouldn't you, like that. Could always cut her down a little bit. We will see. You could always hoard it too. And this little one. Roller stamp. When I picked it up, I saw this, and it's sport themed. I have seen people actually take them apart and just take the rubber stuff off and use it flat. So that's a thought as well. Could even just cut the individual little bits off. I'll think about that. And I thought, oh, that's pretty cool for a sport themed roller stamp for some borders and that. I didn't realise it was a twin roll stamp until I got home and had a look at it. And I love this side. It's fruit or food by the looks. It's got strawberries. That looks like cheese, candy, ice cream, bananas. But I love the fact it's got strawberries. It's another bag we'll go through after. This, don't usually get love heart stuff, but I just thought that would look so nice on the cover of a journal with the little picture, little vintage picture. So I might have to use that with, I've got some packs of wedding dress material, and I might tea dye those and use them for a journal cover sometime, and I think that would be beautiful on the front with a vintage picture. Got some cards, William Grant's Scotch Whisky. They're not too exciting, but oh well. They look like that. Got this, which is cotton tape. Seen people do all sorts of stuff. Might even stamp it or something. All right, that's just a bit of pattern paper. This is, let me just take that off, Versa Colour Stamp Pad. this secondhand shop's had them in there for ages, and every time I go in there I grab one. So might as well stock up. Old rose though, lovely colour, so grab that. Now these, I think these are spools. Tell me if I'm wrong. I think they're like thread spools, but I'm not 100% sure. So if you know different, let me know. But I grabbed them. I thought, why not? Now there were some stencils. They're fairy stencils. They're sort of kiddie ones, but I think these are really cool because they've given us the inside part as well, so you can stick that on a page, spray around it, you know, and have the blank piece underneath. So that is awesome. So that one, then we've got this one. Now she might be missing, which is a shame, but I will. Got that one, and of course you can turn them around the other way too. So I think these will be heaps of fun to use. Someone's drawn a little face on her. Then there was this little bag of sewing goodies. I love getting little bags of stuff. Oh, I'm just going to rip into it and see what we got. Because a lot of the time I really love the cards that come with it. It's a shame that they've got that on there. It says $20. Marco Polo. It must have been on a shirt. Yeah, so that makes sense. And they're the washing instructions and the spare button. This looks like a business card. Don't know what that's doing in there. Oh, nice buckle. There was in one of the shops a bag full of buckles, but they're just priced a little bit expensive. So this was a very cheap bag, so it's nice to get a little buckle in that. So it looks like a whole lot of the buttons that have come off of shirts that were probably donated. That looks like a thread cutter. It looks a bit dangerous. Have to see how well it works. So yeah, oh, there's another one of the buckles. Nice. They're nice flat ones too. There's some different shaped buttons. So yeah, a lot of random buttons that I'll have to sort out into my button tray. Oh, another buckle. Nice wooden one. This looks like, I was going to say cotton tape, but I don't know if that's what you call it, but it looks like the same stuff. Then there's a couple of little pearls rolling around in there. This is ribbon, I think. It feels like satin ribbon. It says polyester, but that is thread. More interested in what it's rolled onto. I'll have to roll it off and have a look at that paper because that looks interesting. So yeah, it looks like a whole lot of just odd buttons. And these things. That's a nice button. All right. And then the last bag was really well priced because I've noticed that the price of buttons have gone up heaps. And I think this was maybe $3 at the maximum. Could have been $4. It was $3 or $4. But I tell you what, they all look vintage. And I just love the look of them. And there's a pile in there, so we'll have a little look in here. And I really love these little tiny white ones. They're very cute. And look how old and vintage that looks. It looks like it had $5 on it just for those at one stage. Oh, they're nice. They're nicely textured blue ones. So that's an odd pack. The green ones are nice. Some real little green ones in there. That one's beautiful. That would be lovely in the centre of a flower. Fabric flower. Oh, look, there's some really nice ones in there. So that was a good grab. some nice pearl ones. That one's really pretty. I don't know how well you can see it. It's got little metal flowers on it. I love metal buttons. There's a few of them in there. Another buckle. That is gorgeous. Oh, another one. These are huge. I'd have to say this pack of buttons is probably my find of the day, because they're all nice vintage buttons, and with the buckles as well, and the metal buttons and that. Light green ones in here. Oh, they're lovely. It looks like they've got little faces in them. Just want to get one out and have a look. Don't know whether it's just a bit of a different colour in there. Oh, it might just be a little bit of a different colour. A minute there, they look like the shape of queen's heads or something in there. They're very unique buttons though. Let me have a look. Where are you? Oh, I don't know if you've been seeing any of that. Very nice, aren't they? So that is it for my Thrifty Thursday this week. Lots of stuff, but I mean, considering I went to 5 shops, that's not too bad. So, yeah, it was heaps of fun though. It was so nice to get out and go get some retail therapy and some fresh air and drive around the country. So take care of yourselves. Happy crafting, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.